What up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of SheepheadTV. Yeah, so for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Brandon, and for those of you that have been following along thus far, thank you, and I appreciate all of your support. I, of course, am not on the water today. I'm actually in my backyard because I want to show you guys something that I've been debating on for a while, man, and I'm so glad that I actually made this purchase. So check this out. So I bought me another boat. It's another Wahoo, like the one that I've been fishing on through all of my videos. This one is actually a center console and not a dual console. Same length, same size. Didn't really want anything bigger. Just wanted a center console so I could move around a little bit more. I think it's going to open up the fishing game for me a lot. So with that being said, just wanted to show you guys that this is the project that I'm going to be working on this summer, and you guys are going to get to come along to see how that project goes. I'm going to show you some of the different materials that I'm using, put descriptions of where you can buy the stuff, and you guys get to tell me whether I'm messing up or whether I'm doing a good job in the comment section. But it's going to be fun nonetheless. This is a 16.2 Wahoo 1987. I think it's called the, I want to say, don't let me mess it up, but all I know is it's a 16.2 Wahoo. It's similar to a boat that I already have. The one that I have right now is a dual console 1987, but wanted more flexibility, y'all. So will I keep two boats? Probably. Who knows? If I can find a decent motor for this one, probably something a little bit bigger, then yeah, maybe. Or may just sell the other boat with the motor and recoup the money for that and buy me a bigger motor and put it on the back of here. But I always flip all of my boats over when I buy them, and the reason why I do that is because I want to inspect the bottom of the hull, because this is the part of the hull that, you know, you can have water intrusion, and a lot of people don't even look at this. So I do have an engine hoist, and so I flip this boat over so that I can inspect the bottom of it. So here it is. And so I've actually also done this so that rain doesn't get in it and saturate the foam. So, you know, and that's a whole nother story, because then you have to cut the floor out and tear all the foam up and everything like that. So kind of kill two birds with one stone there. So it kind of helps me out a little bit. So we are going to flip this boat kind of like people flip houses, but I'm not selling it. I think I'm going to keep this one, and I'll probably end up selling the dual console. But I do like this brand of boat. I'm very fond of them. To give you a little backstory on Wahoos, the guy who actually made Wahoos, he actually used to work with the gentlemen that make Boston whalers. He was actually sued for making this boat because it's so similar to a whaler. This boat is a 16.2. I think it's called a Stripper. Now that memory serves me correctly, I think it's a 16.2 Stripper, but they also have a 18-foot model, and I think they go as far up as to like a 20 or 21-foot model. And they may even go bigger than that. But my interest has generally always been in the 16 to 18-foot models. Really didn't want to go any bigger than that, just because family's just not that big yet. And then pretty much primarily in my family, I'm usually fishing with myself and probably one other person. Okay, so everybody has reasons why they buy bigger boats. I really didn't want a bigger boat because it's, you know, sometimes they become hard to trailer and you have to do a lot of stuff, but to each his own. But anyway, this is my summer project. Just wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. I know I haven't put out any content in a while, but if you are new to the channel, I do suggest and recommend that you go and check out some of my other videos and As I told you guys before, I do not fish in the summertime. I do not like dealing with the heat. I will restore a boat in the summertime though, just because it gives me downtime to be at home with the family, but also it gives me time to work on stuff like this. So it's kind of a trade-off, but I'll take it. But again, I'm gonna stop rambling. I want to thank you guys for your support to the channel thus far. Definitely wish me luck as I complete this project, and if you have any suggestions, definitely shoot them my way. I would definitely appreciate it. And if you're also in the market for buying a boat, I may end up selling my dual console. Haven't quite decided on whether I'm going to keep 2 boats or not yet, but I'll let you guys know soon. But again, I appreciate you guys for watching the channel, and as always, this is Brandon signing off for SheepheadTV, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Out here today, I'm gonna try to get some work done before the sun gets over our head. I got my fairing compound, and I'm gonna show you what it is. It's called Pettit Protect 4700 and 4701. It's an A and B mixture. You got 2 of those, that one and this one. I got my acetone, got my rollers, got my mask, even got me like a bodysuit, but we'll see if that's needed for today. So basically what I want to do today is I want to cover the entire bottom of the boat in Pettit Protect to make sure that it is secured, and then we'll work on seeing if I want to put some on the transom as well. Never hurts. It's actually a pretty decent color once it finishes out. But the first thing I want to do is I want to sand it down, make sure it's nothing sticking up. It's gonna basically show up when I start putting the fairing compound on. So for sanding, I've got just a bar sander, basically. Don't know make, model, all that, but one thing I can tell you is that very handy duty, very nice. It's got 5 speeds plus a max, so I guess 6 speeds altogether, and it's an orbital sander. Picked it up last year, I think. So we're gonna get down to it. We're gonna get on that, and guys, stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this part of Sheephead TV. All right, YouTube, so first part of it is done. I've finished my sanding. As you can see, got it all the way down to the core, which is good. I'll let this dry because I hit it with some acetone, hit it with some water, try to get all the sediments and everything off of there so that they don't settle. So tomorrow, first thing in the morning, I'll come out here and I'll begin to apply the Pettit Protect. We'll go ahead and get that done. If time permits, we'll go ahead and paint the rest of the bottom of the boat, if time permits us to be able to do so. And then hopefully sometime next week we can flip this bad boy over and start working on the interior. But again, you know, I'm trying to do this really at minimal cost. I think right now I have spent less than $1,000 so far restoring this hull. My goal is to stay under $2,500. So I'll divvy up price of everything, how much everything costs, put links in descriptions below of all the material that I'm out here using. And I mean, again, like I said, when you're doing projects like this, you know, you want to minimize costs, because at the end of the day, like, this is a leisure vessel. It's not like, you know, you're going to work in it. So but you do want it to be sturdy. If you decide to put your family in it, you do want it to be safe. So that's why I'm taking all these measures right now. But yeah, we'll get back to it tomorrow, so y'all stay tuned. This is day one of hopefully no longer than a 15-20 day project. The issue that I'm gonna have is when I get ready to flip this bad boy over, what trailer am I gonna put it on? Because I still got my other boat with the motor and everything else on it still in the garage, so have to figure that all out. But those are sometimes good problems to have. All right, so I see y'all in a bit. Peace. Those of you, of course, that are new to my channel, my name is Brandon. Please go and check out some of my fishing content if you get the opportunity. As I stated in my last video, I am working on a boat project this summer, and this is the project that I'm working on currently. So as you can see, we have added the Pettit Protect. It's a 2-part epoxy. So it comes with the A and the B. You can look it up. It's called Pettit Protect 4700. It comes with a A and a B. They sell it on Amazon, West Marina, things like that. So what this stuff does is it stops the bottom of your boat from blistering. It protects any scratches that you may get in your fiberglass hull. Any type of abrasion, or anytime you hit something, ding, you know, some folks beach their boats or whatnot, run up on like a sandbar really hard. This stuff comes highly recommended. I've been following some people that do boat restorations, and one of the epoxies that I've become familiar with using is Pettit Protect. So this is, like I said, 4700. They come in a quart and a gallon. I only got the quarts because it wasn't really a whole lot that I needed to do. So this is, and I mean, you put on about 2 coats of this thing and that's pretty much all you need. So as you can see, it's already done. So now we're just gonna let this bad boy dry. Once it dries, then we'll begin the process of painting. I'm going to order some new decals for the boat once I get done painting it, but I'm going to paint over this, because what they generally say is once you use the epoxy, you want to paint over it, so that it doesn't basically it stops water intrusion, but painting over it makes, I guess, the bond stronger. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me, but that's what I've read. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to let this set. We're going to let it dry. If it dries today, and I've got enough time to get out here and start painting, then I will. So just all depends on how fast this dries, how quickly it cures, and then we'll see what we'll do. If not, if it doesn't dry by the time I'm finished doing what I need to do around the house, then what I'll probably do is I'll come back and I'll start the painting process tomorrow. Okay. All right. Make sure though, if you guys are leaving your boats outside when you're doing these restoration projects, make sure you get you some terry cloths, because these boats do get some moisture on them, especially after you sand them. So it kind of makes it hard for like material to actually go onto the boat. So I had to layer this one up a little thicker, which I'm not mad, because it had some pretty rough gouges and abrasions in it. But I'll show you the finished product once it's done, and you'll see how smooth this thing is. It is very nice stuff. I highly recommend it for you. Definitely if you are if you fish flats, if you fish low lying areas where you're not sure if you're going to run aground or not, I just recommend it for you. Now don't get me wrong, flipping the boat over may be a bit of a project for you, because it's not the easiest thing to do, but once it's done and once you have it over, flipped over like this, like so, you can pretty much do whatever you want to the bottom of it. So I'm glad I was able to get this done, and so we're gonna let it dry now, because I got some other stuff I got to take care of this morning, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so talk to you guys in a bit. Thank you for watching the channel. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, tell a friend. more fishing videos are coming. I just, right now, I'm focusing on getting this restored. Once I get it restored, then we'll work on some getting fishing videos. Can't wait. So I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace. Bye. The paint. Let me know what y'all think. We're going all black. This is the anti-fouling bottom paint. I covered up the Wahoo sign, covered up the letters. I gotta redo this rub rail. Probably just take it off and buy me another one. But as you can see, this is what she looks like in an all black coat. So I am very pleased with how this turned out. And now the fun part begins. So probably, if not today, then sometime next week, we'll go ahead and flip this bad boy over. We'll get started. Gotta finish cleaning up the rest of the yard, and I am done. I've been out here since about 6 o'clock this morning trying to get this paint right and everything settled in. So it's been a journey, man, but I will say it has been worth every step. So far, $225 for the center console as we're breaking down price. $400 for the boat, so that's $625. Bought some paints, bought some epoxies, so probably talking about like $200 there. So you're looking at like $800, and just some miscellaneous stuff. So we'll say about $850 right now is the price for this rebuild. So trying to stay, like I said, trying to stay under at least about $2,500. That is my goal. I'm trying to debate, and you know, please let me know in the comments. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to paint the inside of the boat or just go with some decking. So I know I have to paint certain sections, but I'm trying to figure out whether decking is the way to go. So let me know in the comments what your suggestions are. I already have an idea of what kind of interior decking I want to go with, so I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about that. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching the channel. Not fishing yet, but as soon as I get this bad boy up and running, we'll be on the water. So as always, man, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. All right, Brandon, peace. It's day after 4th of July. Out here again, about to mess with the boat a little bit, clean up the garage a little bit. So today, primarily what we're gonna try to do is finish cleaning up, get all the leaves and stuff out, and probably start sanding. If I have enough time today, then I'll do a little touch-up paint just to get all the dirt and debris off of it. But as you can see, we got our center console right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place our center console in, try to figure out exactly where I want it lined up at, and that's pretty much gonna be the wrap for today. Don't plan on doing a whole lot of too much. Still recovering from a very great weekend, very fun weekend. I want to wish you guys a happy 4th, and let me get to it. So I'll show you guys the finished product. I don't really, I mean, it's not really a whole lot to show you. I mean, it's you sand with about 80 grit or 220 grit paper. I have both. The interior side of the hull, that's what they said that they use, and then I've got some high gloss rust oleum paint. You can find that at any of your local hardware stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, what's the other one I'm thinking of, Ace Hardware. They sell that. So I decided to do that besides just going with like some type of custom paint. So I think we're going to go with a white gel coat on the interior. Since the interior is already white, I went with black on the bottom just because I always wanted a blacker hull. I love it. It looks beautiful. But I need to come up with a boat name. So if you guys have any boat names in mind, please put them in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you. Well, I'm gonna get started, stop talking. Got a lot of work to do and a little bit of time to do it in before it gets hot out here. So see you in a bit. Peace. A Wahoo 16-2. They're made by similar individuals that made Boston Whaler. I think the individual that made these got sued by Boston Whaler, and so I just finished putting top coat of paint on. I went with a white paint interior. I went with a black paint exterior, and I'm pretty excited about how this thing turned out. It actually turned out pretty good. So the only thing I have to do now is put my electronics and everything else on the inside, and we'll get from there. But yeah, this is what I've been doing for this summer, y'all. I have put down the rods and reel and picked up a boat. Still got it on my trailer. This is a caulking. I want to say, I think it's 17 foot, 18 foot trailer, but pretty sturdy, and so yeah, I love it. I thought about going dual axle with the caulking, but I don't know. I think I got enough room back here in the back. If I move this axle up a little bit more up to here, I think I got enough room to do a double axle on here. I thought about it just so that you have more tread when you're traveling places, like, because I plan on taking it down to Brunswick, probably even Jacksonville, even probably up South Carolina. So just want to have that extra space you need. I've got some touch-up paint that I have to finish doing to the rest of the boat, but I'm really happy in how it turned out. No, I am not a professional painter. No, I am not a professional boat builder, but you give me some time, a couple YouTube videos later, we'll make something happen. So I'm very proud of this. I got my center console inside the garage. I got to paint it. If time permits, I'll probably get to painting it tonight, and then I'll set it up in the boat, and then you guys can see what it all looks like. But should be a beauty. It has been a journey getting started on this thing and getting this project going, but I'm very happy at the least to say that we are winding down to getting it finished. Got to put the motor on, got to run the cables, all of that stuff. So if you guys want to see that boring stuff, I'll put you in there. But I mean, basically just taking a boat, putting it back together, making it what you want to. I thought about making this boat a tiller handle. I really did, but the more I thought about it, I was just like, I'll just go ahead and put it the way that I wanted it originally, because I've already bought the center console for it. So, but yeah, I got my other boat up for sale on Marketplace. Hopefully we'll get somebody to buy it, and then we'll go from there. Got it listed pretty reasonably priced. Trailers okay, but it could use some work. The boat itself, solid. It's a Wahoo. If you do your research on the boats, you'll find out how solid they are. Like I said, they're made with a great foam. It's really a solid boat. You just have to take care of them, just like any boat anywhere. But Wahoo's, Boston Whalers, McKee Crafts, all of those, like, they're solid. And I mean, you know, it's a reason why they were built in the early 80s, and you still see a lot of them on the water today. It's all in how you take care of them, but they were built to last back then. So as long as you take care of the boat, and as long as you do your cosmetic, your maintenance, and all that stuff, it'll take care of you. What up, YouTube? Finally got everything wired in the boat the correct way. So you've got your steering cable shift throttle cable, remote control. Over there is my bilge pump, my lights, and my trolling motor. Now I gotta clean up the boat, get all this junk off, put the center console back on, and then we're good to go. It is a mess, man. I'm telling you, like, it's supposed to be a clean job. I know it looks a mess right now, but don't worry. By the time I get done, paint it, put that center console back in and everything else, it's gonna look like a brand new boat. So, just showing you guys my progress, man. Frustrating as hell. Frustrating is the word, but we're good though. So, I'm glad that everything is where it's supposed to be. Had to maneuver some stuff around to get it right, but got it there. So, I'm gonna finish the rest of this up probably today. And my name is Brandon, and I fish in Southeast Georgia on the Georgia coast. And I've been running this channel now for almost a year. I like that I'm getting some likes and subscribes and some more viewers. So I appreciate you guys for watching all my content. And feel free to comment, man. I appreciate comment. Nothing better than feedback, you know what I mean? I plan on exploring some more areas this fall. I don't fish in the summertime, and sometimes I get criticized for doing so. It's just too hot outside, and I'm just not about to put myself at risk out there in that much heat. I could get a bimini top, but I still ain't going out there. Like, you got a short window in the daytime, and then at nighttime, nah, I'm good. So, but anyway, to make a long story short, I took on a boat project over the summer. I bought me another Wahoo. I ended up selling my dual console Wahoo, and I bought a center console one. And I'm about to turn the camera around and show you guys what that looks like. So without further ado, here's my center console. All right, so kept my motor off of my old boat. Was able to find a center console for a couple $100. Already came with a steering wheel and a cable. Tested those out, they checked out. As you can see, I mounted the control box over there. Now, I would prefer to get the 704, but as of right now, this is what we got. I just finished mounting my Lowrance up there today, and it's actually on a swivel. I love that because this is a Lowrance Eagle Eye 9, so I can swivel it wherever I need to whenever I'm fishing on the boat, and so that's going to be pretty cool. This is my telescope pole that I made for it. Got to figure out where I want to put that on the boat, and then we'll be good to go. I gotta order me another battery for the fish finder, and it's probably gonna be like a carry-on type thing, so where I carry the battery on, take it off whenever I'm not using it, just so it's just not sitting out and exposed on the boat, because I really have a lot of stuff underneath that center console there. Didn't want to do it that way, but unfortunately that's how it's engineered with these boats, because they don't have a lot of storage. So since they don't have a lot of storage, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end up building me a seat right here with some storage underneath it and put me a cushion on top. And it's already posed right there for like some kind of backrest, so I'm probably going to utilize those as well. I've got this cooler, which I use for my storage. I cleaned it out because I used to use it for fish, but I'm going to actually get me another cooler and put it on the other side and use that for fish. Let's see, I've got my little cooler up front. I'm probably going to use that one for a live bait well. I've seen some people do it where they've drilled like a little hole into it and just hung this little bubble box on it with the aerator pump going straight into the bottom of the cooler. Kind of a little cheaper than trying to engineer or buying one, so we just gonna probably end up doing that before the end of the summer. Speakers, I don't know if they work yet, haven't tested them out. This actually used to be like a gas pump, so I'm probably going to end up plugging that and filling it in. This thing came with a lot of holes, but I mean, I'm not fishing for fashion. I'm fishing to catch fish. So reinstall my rod holder. Will carry about 4 rods with me when I go. I've got my Minn Kota 70 24 volt trolling motor up top, and I've got my shallow water anchor over there, net there. So I mean, it's basic makeup of how you would design a boat that you plan on doing some fishing in. And I can get pretty skinny with this boat, so we're gonna see if we can get in some flat areas and try to catch some trout and some redfish this season as well. Maybe even a couple flounder. I know flounder bite and the redfish bite has really been good this summer, from what I've been hearing from some local anglers here. But I mean, for myself, like, I'm a sheephead guy. I've always been a sheephead guy. I fish for other fish when I can, but I truly just like catching sheephead. I think they're probably one of the funnest fish, if not the funnest fish to catch, just because sometimes they can be so finicky, and then you have to feel just right for that bite. But I did tell myself that I am going to get into doing some trout fishing this season. Probably going to wait to that February, March, April time to really get into the trout, but we'll try some in the fall and see how it goes. Other than that, man, it's been a blessing. I appreciate you guys for watching the channel as always. Thank you so much for your likes and subscribes and all your confidence, and we'll see you on the water soon. All right, y'all have a good one. Peace.